holidays. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. Today's a special video, and to celebrate some holidays, my name is Nick from nicksrambleasmr, where I ramble to you about anything entertainment related, positivity related, or lifestyle related content. Today's video, I am, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing 35 facts that you should know for Christmas, for this holiday season. So feel free to watch this video or put it on the background, relax, and enjoy these fun little facts. I have skimmed these facts and I haven't actually read them myself, so I'm going to be surprised too. But they look like they should be good. So let's get into it. I am looking at an article from goodhousekeeping.com, and the title is 35 Interesting Christmas Facts for a Fun Holiday Trivia Night. And it says underneath that mistletoe means something very unromantic in German. I wonder what that means. Okay. I'm just going to take a little sip. One sec. I hope you're having a really good holiday season. If you're celebrating Christmas, I hope you're enjoying it. But okay, let's go. Number 1. Christmas wasn't always on December 25th. While Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ, the actual date of the big event is lost to history. There's no mention of December 25th in the Bible, and many historians say Jesus was most likely born in the spring. I feel like I knew that, but some historians posit the date was originally chosen because it coincided with the pagan festival of Saturnalia, which honored the agricultural god Saturn with celebrating and gift giving. That's interesting. Number 2. Gifts have both Christian and pagan origins. Christians may have grown up learning that we give gifts as Christmas to mimic the presents the 3 wise men brought the baby Jesus. But like so many other traditions, that also has its roots in Saturnalia. The pagans originally gave offerings to the gods too. Number 3. Evergreens are an ancient tradition. The tradition of Christmas trees goes all the way back to the ancient Egyptians and Romans, who decorated using evergreens during the winter solstice to signify that spring would return. So, if you deck your halls with a green tree, wreaths, or evergreen garland, you're honoring history. Cool, so it's from Egyptians and Romans. That's actually really cool. Never knew that. Number 4. You can thank Prince Albert for your Christmas tree. Brew a cup of tea while trimming your tree this year to pay homage to its origins. When Prince Albert of Germany got a tree for his new wife, Queen Victoria of England, the tradition really took off across the pond. A drawing of the couple in front of a Christmas tree appeared in Illustrated London News in 1843. To use modern parlance, the idea went viral. Cool, so that's cool. So the tree origins are from Egypt and Roman times, like very back in the day, but the way it became popular was in 1848 via Queen Victoria of England, and I'm doing it. That's interesting. Did you know that? Number 5. Saint Nick was more generous than jolly. You probably already knew that the idea of Saint Claus came from Saint Nicholas. The saint wasn't really a bearded man who wore a red suit. That look much later. In the 4th century, the Christian bishop gave away his large inheritance to the poor and rescued women from servitude. In Dutch, his name is Sinterklaas, which later morphed into St. Claus in English. Huh, I didn't know that. Number 6. The Dutch gave us the idea to leave cookies and milk. If your kids leave Santa a little snack to keep him sated on his journey, thank the Dutch. On St. Nicholas's feast day on December 6th, Dutch children leave him food and drink in exchange for gifts that he leaves overnight. That's cool. I don't know about you, but I grew up doing that. We'd make cookies and put a glass of milk and some carrots for the reindeer, like on a little side table next to the chimney. And we'd wake up and they would all be eaten away. Okay, number 7. Coca-Cola played a part in Santa's image. Before Coca-Cola decided to use his image for advertising, Santa's looks tended more towards spooky. Number 7. Coca-Cola played a part in Santa's image. Before Coca-Cola decided to use his image for advertising, Santa's look tended more towards spooky than jolly. Then in 1931, the beverage company hired an illustrator named Adon Sundblom to depict the jolly old elf for magazine ads. Now kids see visions of sugar plums instead of having Santa-themed nightmares. That's interesting. So they were really more scared of Saint Nick, I guess. Number 8. Hanging stockings started by accident. Legend has it, we hang stockings by the chimney with care thanks to a poor man who didn't have enough money for his 3 daughters' dowries. Generous old Saint Nick dropped a bag of gold down their chimney one night after the girls had hung their freshly washed stockings there to dry. That's where the gold ended up, and the tradition stuck. That's fun. I always was curious why stockings are a thing. I love stockings and candy. Number 9. Rudolph was a marketing ploy. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, first appeared in 1939 when the Montgomery Ward department store asked one of its copywriters to create a Christmas story for kids that the store would distribute as a promotion. The adorable movie featuring the island of misfit toys and Herbie the elf hit the airwaves and our hearts in 1964. Number 10. Black Friday isn't the busiest shopping day. Black Friday, or the day after Thanksgiving, certainly sees a lot of shoppers heading to the mall, but we must be a nation of procrastinators because the most hectic days of the year are actually the Friday and Saturday before Christmas. Plan ahead if you don't care for battling the crowds. I have had so many horror stories of fighting people for spots in the garage at the mall. It's like Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Eve, so I believe that. I don't know, have you ever gone through anything like that? I feel like it's a American tradition, if not a world tradition. Number 11. The 8 tiny reindeer have had lots of names. Rudolph was almost named Rolly, Rollo, or Ragnald, which doesn't quite have the same ring to it. I agree. But his crew also had lots of other names. They've also been called Flossie, Glossy, Razor, Pacer, Scratcher, Freckless, Ready, Steady, and Fireball. Number 12. Christmas wreaths are religious symbols. The Christmas wreath first originated as a symbol of Christ. The holy represents the crown of thorns Jesus wore as his crucifixion, and the red berries stand for the blood he shed. So when you see a wreath this holiday, you'll remember the reason for the season. I didn't know that. Interesting. Number 13. Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song. Turns out we first started dashing through the snow for an entirely different holiday. Forest Church's Thanksgiving concert in the mid-19th century. Then, in 1857, the song was re-released under the title we all know and love. Today, it's still among the most popular Christmas songs. I think one of the most popular Christmas songs, it has to be Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You, right? But I love that song too. Number 14. Astronauts broadcast jingle bells from space. Many of us have done a prank that almost went too far. 9 days before Christmas in 1965, 2 astronauts aboard the Gemini 6 told Mission Control that they saw an unidentified flying object about to enter Earth's atmosphere, traveling in the polar orbit from north to south. Just as things got tense, they interrupted the broadcast with jingle bells as Wally Syria played a small harmonica accompanied by Tom Stafford shaking a handful of small sleigh bells. Oh, I love that. That's actually such a good idea. I mean, that's crazy, but good idea. Number 15. Silent Night is the most recorded song. We all know the same few handfuls of Christmas songs played all at stores and on the radio in a loop all season long, but one of them has been adapted more than others. Silent Night earns that title as the most recorded Christmas song in history. It's had more than 733 different versions copyrighted since 1978. That's insane. I love Silent Night in church on Christmas Eve when they dim all the lights down, and it's just a cappella. Oh, love it. Number 16. Celebrating Christmas used to be illegal. From 1659 to 1681, anyone caught making merry in the colonies would face a fine for celebrating. By the Revolutionary War, the day had so little significance that Congress even held their first session on December 25th, 1789. Wow. Christmas wasn't even proclaimed a federal holiday for almost another century, proving that the Grinch's attitude toward the holiday was alive and well long before he was. That's crazy, because I don't know about you, but I always thought Christmas was like a really prominent holiday. Like, since Jesus was around. I guess that's kind of ridiculous now I'm thinking about it, but that's a fun fact. 17. Settlers created the first American eggnog. I love eggnog. The Jamestown settlers created the first American batch of eggnog, although it likely bore little resemblance to today's comforting dip bowl. The word nog comes from the word grog, or any drink made with rum. An early nog didn't have the rich, milky base we now ladle out of Grandma's cut crystal punch bowl. 18. Christmas decorating sends nearly 15,000 people to the ER. If you've ever watched a Clark Griswold decorate his house in Christmas Vacation, oh my god, I love that movie, you guys, so good. That stat likely doesn't shock you. In fact, the Consumer Product Safety Commission estimates that 14,700 people visit hospital and emergency rooms each November and December from holiday-related decorating accidents, so please be careful when you're putting up the holly and the ivy. Number 19. Santa has his own Canadian postal code. Every year, letters to Santa Claus flood post offices across the world, cementing their reputation as some of the nicest people ever. Some big-hearted Canadian post office workers started writing back. As the program took off, they set up a special postal code for Santa as part of a Santa letter writing program initiative. Ho-Oh. It's H-O-H space O-H-O, the acronyms. Number 20. Dry Christmas trees spark more than joy. Neglected, dried-out Christmas Christmas trees spark about 800 fires in the United States each year, cause an average of 10 deaths, and result in 15.7 million in property damage. The Consumer Product Safety Commission reports, not only will an errant spark ruin your holiday, it can put both residents and responding firefighters in danger. We don't like fires. No, we don't. 21. We ship a ton of packages at the holidays. Between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, the U.S. Postal Service delivered an estimated 9-10 million packages in 2019, in addition to almost 15 billion pieces of mail. That includes gifts for loved ones, cards, and Christmas letters, missives to Santa, and those dreaded holiday credit card bills. That's why it's so important to thank our mail carriers. They work harder than Santa's elves. Number 22. The term Xmas dates back to the 1500s. Contrary to popular belief, Xmas is not a trendy attempt to make Christmas out of Christmas. Oh, it's not an attempt to take Christ out of Christmas. According to From Adam's Apple to Xmas, an essential vocabulary guide for the politically correct, Christianity was spelled Xanity. Wow. As far back as 1100. X, or G, C-H-I, is the Greek first letter of Christ and served as a symbolic stand-in at the time. In 1551, the holiday was commonly called Xmas, which was later shortened to Xmas. That's really cool. 23. The majority of Americans celebrate Christmas. Christmas decorations feel like they appear in stores every year, not to mention ads for gifts everywhere. That's because the majority of Americans really do Jingle Bell rock their way right through the season. About 85% of us. Makes sense. Not all of those celebrate the religious base of the holiday, though. 24. Just about half of Americans attend Christmas services. If church attendance on Christmas Eve has felt less busy lately than when you were a kid, you may not be misremembering. The Pew Research Center found that fewer people think of Christmas as a religious holiday these days. Only 51% who celebrate attend church as part of the festivities. No word on what portion of those only go on Christmas and Easter. That's wild. I've always put Christmas as a religious holiday. What about you? And I usually go to church. 25. Americans spend nearly $1,000 on gifts. According to the National Retail Federation's most recent data, consumers spend on average of $967.13 on the holidays. Although individual spending can range widely, many shoppers will really go all out, but just as many cherish homemade, thrifted, or gifts that are generally more meaningful than flashy. I believe that. Number 26. Mistletoe is an aphrodisiac. The holiday decoration isn't just pretty, it's also an ancient symbol of fertility and virility, and the Druids consider it an aphrodisiac. So the next time someone cracks a joke about meeting you under the mistletoe, consider yourself warned. Number 27. Mistletoe's name isn't as sweet. On the other hand, mistletoe's name might not give you quite as many warm feelings. Mistletoe thrush birds eat the plant's berries, digest the seed, and then help the plant germinate with their droppings. The Germanic word of mistletoe literally means dung on a twig. Really makes you want to pucker up, doesn't it? Yeah, that's weird. Number 28. Ham ranks as the festive favorite. One of the showstoppers of Christmas dinner is carving the roast beast. Whatever spices it comes from, Google searches for ham and turkey both spiked during the month of December, according to Google Trends data. Spiral cut ham edges out the bird as the most popular choice for a Christmas table. The jury's still out on whether people prefer ham or turkey sandwiches the day after, though. I do not like ham. I'm a turkey boy. What about you guys? Do you like ham? Do you like turkey? Do you even like meat? What do you eat during Christmas? We do like a roast beef. We do that. We do Yorkshire pudding. We do mashed potatoes, and we do like a chocolate pie for dessert, which I love. It's my favorite meal of like the year. Moving on, number 29. Candy canes originated in Germany. The National Confectioners Association says a choir master originally gave out the red and white stripped candies to young children to keep them quiet during marathon church services. Grandmas who still sneak the kids sweets during droning ceremonies. History is on your side. It wasn't until a German-Swedish immigrant decorated his tree with candy canes in 1847 that they became popular as a Christmas candy. So pretty recent. That's like almost 200 years ago. 30. The Rockefeller Christmas tree started small. The first Christmas tree at Rockefeller Center looked more like Charlie Brown's than the resplendent one today. Construction workers first placed a small undecorated tree while working there in 1931. 2 years later, another tree appeared in its place, this time draped in lights. It just kept getting bigger every year. Today, the majestic tree bears more than 25,000 twinkling lights and sees millions of self-takers each season. Wow, they have really just like upped the grandiose of that tree. Wow. Number 31. Washington Irving created many Santa legends. You may know Washington Irving best for the legacy of Sleepy Hollow, featuring the famous Headless Horseman, but he wrote a lot about St. Nicholas too. In fact, he's the one who first came up with 8 tiny reindeer. He loved St. Claus so much that in 1835 he helped launch the St. Nicholas Society of the City of New York, serving as its secretary until 1841. Interesting. Number 32. Norway provides the tree in Trafalgar Square. Londoners and visitors alike probably know the iconic spruce that stretches to the sky in Trafalgar Square each year, but few realize it's an equally iconic holiday gift. Every year since 1947, the people of Norway donated the tree in gratitude for Britain's support for Norway during World War II. Now that's what we call goodwill toward men. I love that. That's such a fun fact. Wow. Number 33. This Christmas gift held a life-saving secret. During World War II, the United States Playing Card Company joined forces with Americans and British intelligence agencies to create a very special deck of cards. They distributed them as Christmas gifts, but they also helped Allied prisoners of war escape from German POW camps, prisoner of war camps. When wet, individual cards peeled apart to reveal maps of escape routes. Sometimes truth really is stranger than fiction. That is awesome. I love facts about World War II. I love TV shows like, oh my god, The Pacific and Band of Brothers. If you've never seen them and you like war films or like learning about war, like go watch them. But that, I've never heard about that. That they created a special deck of cards that looked like Christmas cards, and then they gave them to Allied prisoners, and when like soaked, they would just reveal maps. That's so ingenious. Well done, Allies. Number 34. Your Christmas tree likely traveled a bit. Unless you cut it down yourself, your fresh Christmas tree probably spent weeks out of the ground before appearing at your local retailer, and there's likely not much hiking into the woods involved either. 98% of American trees today grow on farms, mostly in California, Oregon, Michigan, Washington, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. The country's top Christmas tree producing states. And last but not least, number 35. Tinsel has a storied history. Tinsel was invented in 1610 in Germany and was originally spun from real silver, making it far from the chintzy decoration it is now. The U.S. government also once banned tinsel because it used to contain poisonous lead, but never fear, now it's just plastic. It should still be kept away from young kids and pets, though, since they could still choke on it. What a great fact to end on. I don't really use tinsel, but we are using it on my tree now. Do you use tinsel? I don't know. Well, anyways, if you're still here, that was 35 facts that you should know about Christmas. I thought they were pretty interesting. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite fact. I think mine was probably the World War II ones with the cards. That is freaking cool. Yeah, I love that one. And if you haven't already, if you could give this video a thumbs up, do that little comment, and then, yeah, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so that you get linked, you get notified for my future videos. Yeah, I'm just really trying to create a really positive group of people in this community, where we all just support each other as we go on this crazy life of journey, this crazy journey of life, you know what I mean. I hope you're having a great Christmas if you celebrate it, and I hope you're just having a great holiday season in total with loved ones and family, and I know sometimes Christmas or the holiday season can be hard, you know, if we've lost loved ones, or, you know, things are just different. So this is just me giving you a lot of our love from this channel, because we're all family here. And yeah, so from me to you, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a great day. And yeah, if no one's told you already, Merry Christmas, but also, you are so loved, you are so special, and whoever gets to see you, interact with you today is a really, really lucky person, because you're awesome. And yeah, just make sure